Is my screen visible to everyone?
No, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir.
I'm going through the syllabus. Whether are you able to see the syllabus in front of you about the
Yes,
database
sir.
management system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, we'll be talking about the syllabus now. Then we will go with the introduction of the subject. Now, as far as the subject is concerned, this is a database management system. The short form is DBMS. The subject code also you should know. This is ECC DL06023. Here ECC stands for Electronics and Telecommunication. Okay. Branch. DL stands for, it is a department elective. So DL. Okay. And the number is given. This subject code is for theory. There is the change in the subject code for lab. For lab, the subject code would be different. Okay. ये भी आपको याद रखना है. Okay. Because I am giving you the understanding of the syllabus. Now, as per the teaching scheme, you have 3 hours per week. But as per the syllabus, they have given 4 hours. Then, if you talk about the examination scheme, you will be having 100 marks exam, where test 1 and test 2 comprises of 2020. The average will be considered of the test 1 and test 2. And the end semester exam is of 80 marks. The total comes to be 100 marks. Okay. Come to the prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? Before we start with the subject, the prerequisite is nothing but you just require to have a basic knowledge of programming. DBMS is mostly concerned with the programming. So if you know any programming language, it may be your C language, C++, okay, any of the programming language, then with that programming language you will be able to understand this DBMS. You will be able to understand this DBMS. Now, what are the course objective? There are 3 course objective. What are the course outcomes? There are 4 course outcomes. Okay. So what are the course objective? Learn and practice data modeling using the entity relationship and developing database design. Now here all the terms are new to you. So I won't go into the detail of these terms right now. But just I'm reading out, just try to understand what are the course objective. Second course objective is understand the use of structured query language, that stands for SQL. You must have heard this word SQL, which stands for structured query language, and learn SQL syntax. Okay. So this thing you will be doing in your practicals, mini project in your lab. Okay. So theory part हम theory में देखेंगे, and the hands-on session, the simulation, the software running, everything you will be studying in the lab, as well as you will be doing some mini project based upon DBMS. So that time it will be more helpful for you. The third course objective is to understand the needs of database processing and learn techniques for controlling the consequences of concurrent data access. Okay. So these are the 3 course objective. Once you understand, once you go through all the modules of this subject, at the end you will be able to understand what that is nothing but your course outcomes. So there are the 4 course outcomes. The first course outcome, if you see here on your screen, understand the different issues involved in the design and implementation of a database system. Okay. Second one is transform an information model into a relational database schema. I think please mute yourself, everyone. I could hear someone. Thank you. So the second one is transform an information model into a relational database schema and to use a data definition language and or utility to implement the schema using a DBMS. Okay. Just read out the sentences. Nowhere we are going to understand the detailed meaning of the outcome. We are just reading out. Demonstrate an understanding of normalization theory and apply such knowledge to the normalization of a database. And the fourth one is understand the concepts of constraints, views, concurrency control and deadlock. Okay. So ये हम सब धीरे धीरे जब पढ़ेंगे तो लास्ट में ये सब आपको समझ में आएगा, because this is a course outcome. And what is a course? Course is your subject. Which is the subject? The subject is data, DBMS. Okay. So these are the course objective and the course outcome. Then here I'm just giving you the blueprint. I'm giving you the framework. I'm giving you the what modules are included in this syllabus. Okay. हम डिटेल में नहीं जा रहे हैं. I'm not reading out, but just to give you a brief understanding, there are total 6 modules are there. Every module is important, and these modules are arranged in the from the introduction towards the deeper understanding of the subject. Okay, so as you go from module 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be able to understand the subject more clearly and more in detail. That is more important. And the topic name is given with the sub module number and the hours dedicated to complete that particular module. So I have to complete the syllabus within the 48 hours. So I have to cover the syllabus within the 48 hours. I will try my level best. Otherwise, some part will be given you as a homework once I make your concepts clear. Okay, so that I will be able to complete the syllabus within the 48 hours. Just I'm reading out the topic. The first topic is introduction to databases and transactions, data models, database design, ER diagram. ER diagram is very important. So हम जब step by step सब करेंगे, that time you will be able to understand what is this ER diagram and the different data models. And unified modeling language. Module 4 is related with the relational algebra and calculus. That is RA and RC. RA and RC. Relational algebra and relational calculus. Then in the 5th module, we will be talking about the constraints, views, and SQL. So here we will be talking about SQL, structured language. Then transaction management and concurrency control. That thing we'll be talking about in the 6th module. That we will be talking about this concurrency control in the 6th module. Okay, so this is how your syllabus is distributed amongst the different modules. So total 6 modules are there. Then regarding the test books and the reference books. Now, as far as the test books and reference books are concerned, I request everyone to have at least one book, dedicated one book for your DBMS. This DBMS subject is important when for higher semesters also, because this is related with your programming and how do you handle the database. Okay, and how do you handle the database. So this subject is important whenever you go for the higher education also, or if you go for some software programming also. So for that you should have at least one dedicated book. Now, as far the test book is concerned, you can go with the basic book, that is by G.K. Gupta, Database Management System by McGraw-Hill. Okay, this is the best book you can have. Okay, now there are other books also, but that will give you the more in-depth understanding about the subject. If you see the other book, this is also good. Ramesh, Shamkant, and Navthe. This is the fundamentals of database system. So here you will be able to understand the best examples with the fundamental understanding of the database system. Okay, so these 2 books you can have. Okay, you can buy at least one of these 2 books. Okay, other books also there, but if you see the languages, if you are comfortable with the language, then you can go for the other book. Otherwise, I would recommend go for G.K. Gupta or Ramesh. Okay, out of these 2 books, you can have at least one book. These are the references book. If you want to have a more detailed understanding of the subject, you can go with the reference book. This reference book will be available in the library also. So as far as reference books are concerned, do not buy any book from the reference column. These books you can take from the library, and if you want to have some more detailed understanding, you can go with this. In this also, Mark Jillison book is the best one. You can go with the Introduction to Database Management by Wiley publication. 3rd number book, you can go for the reference. Okay, then come the e-sources. Now these are also important. See, I will be taking your theory class, but along with the theory class, you also try to understand, you also try to acquire some important information through these particular websites. Okay, so you have tutorials point, you have study tonight, you have beginners book, you have W3 schools, and you have tutorial cup. These are the important portals where you will be able to you will be able to get the the ebooks or the e-sources. Okay, along with this there will be some NPTEL videos also. That NPTEL videos I'll be attaching with your classroom. There will be some PPTs which I will be uploading in your classroom. So whenever I will be taking some of the lectures in that particular topic, the important PPTs I will be uploading in the classroom. Okay, so I'll be making a different section for the materials. There will be, under the material, you will be able to see the ebooks, you'll be able to see the PPTs, and you'll be able to see some PDF. Okay, so these materials will be available in the classroom, but along with that, you please visit these different portals. Okay, because यहाँ पे जैसे ये beginners book है, here you will be able to see some tutorials will be available. Okay, some tutorials will be available in this particular beginnersbook.com. So these are some e-resources. Then about the internal assessment, this is everyone is familiar with this internal assessment, 2 tests, 20 marks, and at the end there will be an average of the 2 tests. Okay, and the end semester is of 80 marks. Question number, there will be 6 questions. Question number 1 will be compulsory, and the other questions you have to choose any 4 questions about the remaining questions. Okay, so the format is same. If you are still going with the online, then also you will be having question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4, but that will be of 80 marks, where question number 1 will carry MCQ, question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4 will be descriptive, which you will be writing down and you will be scanning and uploading. Okay, if you go online, and if you are resuming to the college, then you have to go with the descriptive end semester examination. Then there is the lab also is there, but the lab portion we will not go today, because जब lab चालू होगा, that time the what different programming you will be doing under the DBMS, what will be the different recommended experiments given by the Mumbai University, and about the mini project. Okay, so in the mini project you have to form the groups, and you can come up with some idea, and you can use this particular programming for database management system. Okay, so that thing will be taken afterwards. Any problem, any question you have related with the flow of the syllabus? Any question, any doubt? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So any question from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. So we will go with the introduction of this subject now. We will see what is this DBMS and some important terms associated with DBMS. Oh, is my open board visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today I won't be taking anything on the PPT. I will be just scrubbing on the open board to make you understand about the subject and what is the subject is all about, and what are the application areas where the subject can be used. Okay, so we will see with the DBMS. DBMS stands for Database Management System. Database Management System, that is DBMS. Okay, now when you talk about this DBMS, you should be familiar with some of the terms. These terms are very important to understand the subject DBMS. So the last term which we will be understanding is your DBMS. So I think I should write down here 5, and the second last term which will be dealing with will be DBMS. To understand DBMS, we have to understand the prior to this DBMS, we should be able to understand 3 more important terms. Then only we'll be able to understand this. Okay. Then only we'll be able to understand this DBMS. So the first term would be your data. The second would be your information. The third would be about your database. Fourth will be your DBMS. And fifth, I can coin the term that would be management system. Management system. Okay. So these are the 5 terms which we have to understand today to understand the subject DBMS in the proper way. Okay. So we will start with the data. All of you are there with me? I hope no one is sleeping there. सब लोग है?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will go with the data first. Now, when you talk about the data, now this data term is in context with the subject DBMS. Okay. Now I have taken data at number 1 because we are going to understand DBMS, and in the DBMS, the first word is data. So we should know what is data. We should know what is the data. Okay. Now, when you talk about the data, this data are nothing but it is a raw facts. These are the raw facts. Okay. Now, this raw, what do you mean by raw facts? Now, when you talk about, let me give an example. If you are having the collection of some facts, if you have a collection of some facts, now this collection would be in the form of images. It can be in the form of videos. It can be in the form of numbers. Okay. Images would be there. There would be some videos would be there. Then there would be some numbers. Okay. Then any other thing other than these 3? Images, videos, numbers, anything which should be associated with the facts which we are collecting. Can you help me out? Images, videos, numbers, और कुछ है? Now, when you say the collection of raw facts, now in the collection of raw facts, you are actually, if you are collecting some images, or if you are collecting some videos, or if you are collecting some numbers, that means these images, videos, or numbers you are collecting, that means you are recording. This recording word is important. अगर हम record करके नहीं रखेंगे, then that won't called as a data. If you ask me, how would you record the data? The recording of the data could be in the if I'm taking a record of an image. Now this image could be in some particular format, JPEG. So you can have a record of this in your laptop, in your PC. It can be in your pen drive. Okay. So these images or videos or numbers, if you are collecting them and if you are recording them, then how do you collect and how do you record? That is more important. Okay. Just a minute. Give me 1 minute. Yes, am I audible? आवाज आ रही मेरी?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I was talking about the data. So if I am collecting some data in the form of images, in form of videos, I should have a record of that. So you can have a record in your laptop. You can have your record in your, pen drive. But that should be recorded. Once that is recorded, then it becomes a data. Then it becomes a data. If these raw facts are not being recorded, then it is not called a data, because I cannot have a data in air. Okay, I cannot have any data which is not been recorded. So this term is very important, that data should be recorded. It should be in the recorded form. Now when you talk about these raw facts, why we say this as a raw fact, you will understand when I'll be talking about the next term, which is called as a information. Now there is a difference between the data and the information. So what is the difference? Now when you talk about this information, now this information is actually taken from the data. This information is actually taken for the data. So I would say this information is nothing but the meaningful data. I would say the information is nothing but the meaningful data taken from raw data. Taken from raw data. Okay. Now, when you talk about this meaningful data taken from raw data, that means now this is a subjective. Now this is subjective. If let me give an example. When I talk about suppose take an example of a latest example. Now the pandemic situation is going on. Now in this pandemic situation, what is happening? The government is asking us to take the vaccination. Okay, to take the vaccination. Now whenever you take the vaccination, that is automatically that is being recorded. Okay, how it is getting recorded? Because you are providing your Aadhaar card. Now when you are giving your Aadhaar card number, okay, and when you are giving your contact number, that means whenever you are taking the vaccination, that is by using the Aadhaar card number, that is being it's getting recorded. Okay, now when you take if I'm taking the statistical data, that in the month of January, how many the people have taken the vaccination, it could be the first dose or the second dose, then that particular collection of data is actually it's a data, it's a raw data. It's a raw data. Now whenever you talk about this raw data comprises of, suppose, the name of the person, the age. Okay, just let me write down the name, which could be the name of the person. Now this data is in the form of column, name of the person, then it consists of it comprises of your age. Okay, then the date of vaccination, then address, because it is linked with the Aadhaar card, so it will also have the address. Okay, now there are, suppose, 4 columns are there, which comprises of name, age, date and address. Suppose I require only name, I require age, and I require the date of vaccination, but I do not want address. Then how will you produce this data? Then these are the actual name, age and data which I am interested in. I am not interested in the address. So what can you do? You can do what you will do. You will duplicate this particular file. And you will delete this column which consists of address. When you delete this address, you will be left with only these 3 columns comprising of name, age and date. Now don't you think that the raw data which comprises of name, age, data and address, from these I have taken only this name, age and data, date of vaccination. So in this raw data, I am interested in the name, age and date of vaccination. So this becomes my information. This becomes my information. Can I say this is a meaningful information? Yes, because I am not interested in the address of the person, but I am interested in the 3 important parameters. So whenever you are taking the meaningful data from the raw data, then that meaningful data becomes your information. This is subjective. For me, name, age, and data are important. For other, it may be name, age, and address would be important. Date of vaccination would not be important. Okay, I'm just giving an example. So information is subjective. It differs from person to person. Okay, it differs from person to person. And whenever you are talking about the information, how much data you require, that much only you will be taking from the raw data. That much only you will be taking from the raw data or from the facts. Okay, that is more important. तो जितना आपके काम का है वो जो आप इन मीनिंगफुल इंफॉर्मेशन ले रहे हो या मीनिंगफुल डेटा ले रहे हो, that is called as information. That is called as information. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, when you talk about this information, this information is subjective. This information is subjective, and depending upon how much data you require, that much you will be taking from the raw data. So I can just make a the Venn diagram, or I can just make a pictorial view where this is your raw data. This is your raw data, and you will be having only some data which you require. That becomes your information. That becomes your information. So can I say this is a pool of data? This is a pool of data, and from this pool of data, you are taking only the meaningful facts, which becomes the information. So I can say information is the subset of data. Information is the subset of data. That is the the main difference between the data and information. So we have understood what do you mean by data. We have understood what do you mean by information. Now we have left with the other terms. Let's see what are the other terms. Okay, now comes the database. Now you are familiar with this word. I know most of you must have used this database. Okay, let me give an example. Now, being a member of a placement team, I asked the student who is representative from the students, that is a placement card. Okay, so I asked the placement card to collect the data from the student. Okay, so I would be asking the placement card to give me the name of the student. Now try to understand what are the different attributes which I'll be using to get the information or to have a database. It is called as a database. Okay, now I would be asking the card that I want the name of the students, total number of students in your class. So each one I want the name. I want their email ID. I want email ID. I want their contact number. See the last column now. The last column, I want whether the student is interested. Okay, I will just write down whether interested in placement drive. Okay, so for example, if name of the student is XYZ, the email ID is suppose abc@ves.ac.in, contact number is suppose 99999 something. Now see here, name of the student XYZ is not interested in the placement drive. So here he will write down N, not interested. Okay, and if there is a other student with the name of ABC, and he would say, yes, I am interested. Okay, so there would be many N, not interested. There will be many Y, yes, interested. Okay, N stands for no, Y stands for yes. Okay. Now, why I'm giving you this example, try to understand. Now here we are talking about the database. In your class, I think there would be some 57 students. I would require all the information about whether the student is interested in the placement drive or they are not interested. If the student is not interested, I would ask the other. There should be some other column. If you are not interested, that means you are going for higher studies. If you are not interested, it also implies that you want to go for your family business, or if you want to do some any other activity. Okay. If you are not going for your higher studies, then the other reason would be you will be having some family business, or you want to work with some other organization. You don't want to sit for the placement drive. So if the person says no, then there would be an addition of 2 more columns. If the person says yes, then there won't be additional of 2 more columns, because he is interested for the placement drive. Okay. Now, if I'm collecting such number of, suppose 55 are the number of students, those who are interested for the placement, total number of students, I'm getting the data. Now, this collection of data is called as a database. This is called as a database. Now, with the data, there is a base which is attached. The base means the huge number of data. आपका डेटा 5 या 10 लोगों का नहीं है, आपका डेटा is 55. When you have more and more and more data, then it comes to be a database. You have to store this database properly with some security so that this data won't be lost, because you are handling such a huge data. And in today's scenario, you know, the data information is very costly. The information is very costly. Okay. If you have much more of the data, that means you have that means you can sell those data. You can get money instead of your data. That is how powerful the data is today in today's scenario. Okay. Now come to this point, when I'm having 55, the data associated with 55, that means more information I have, then it comes to be a database. Okay. Now database consists of these different parameters: your name, your email ID, your contact, the other 3 columns. Now whenever you take this as a whole information, I would not say information, because I am interested in, suppose in this data pool, in this database, I am interested in only this column. Why I'm interested? Because I should know total number of students, those who are not interested in the placement drive. So it comes to be, out of 55, it comes to be 10 students which are not interested for the placement drive. Okay. So don't you think in this database, this 10 is the information? Now you will see this 10 as a number only, but this 10 holds lots of information. What information it holds? It holds that these 10 students are not interested. This 10 holds that they are not interested, but they are going for higher studies. This 10 also holds, if they are not going for higher studies, that means they will be attaching with some their family business or some other work. Okay. So I will just write down business. I will write down just business. Okay. So I am just writing down here 10, but which gives you a broader knowledge about not interested, about higher studies, and about business. Okay. So can I say from this 10, you will be having some conclusion, you will be having some inference. Okay. You can draw some inference from this 10. Okay. So this 10 is holding much of the information. So out of these different column, I am interested in this column. So in the database, you also are interested in some information. So this information is meaningful for me. This information is meaningful for me. अगर ये मीनिंगफुल है, क्यों मीनिंगफुल है? क्योंकि मुझे पता चल रहा है कि वो अगर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड है तो बाकी क्या करने वाले, so that thing will be helpful for me. And in the placement drive, out of this 55, 10 will be dropped. Out of this 55, 10 will be dropped, and only 45 will be the remaining, which will be going for the placement drive. Okay, that is the, you know, the beauty of, that is the beauty of your database. That is the beauty of your database. Okay, अब आता है fourth term, that is a database management system. Database management system, it means how do you manage this database? How do you manage this database? So the fourth term, the DBMS, here the main word is management. Here the main word is management. Now what do you mean by this management? Here the management implies that, in this database, we will go to the previous page. In this database, how do you manage the data? Manage, what do you mean by manage? Manage means you can manipulate, you can delete, or you can add. That is called as a management. That is called as a management. That is called as management. अभी ये आपका जो डेटा आता है ना, now you are in the third year. I think when you will be going in 7th semester, your placement coordinator student would be asking you to give the data. Would ask you to give you the data which is related with the placement. Okay, so suppose that placement coordinator is taking the data in this form: name, email ID, contact, whether interested or not. Okay, now when you will be giving your data, that particular placement coordinator will be writing down this and will be storing this data. Now once you store this data, then how do you manage those data? That is called as management. In this management, you can go with the manipulation, you can go with the deleting of the data, you can go with the addition of data. Now what do you mean by manipulation? Manipulation, for example, let me go to the previous page. For example, suppose XYZ, being in the third year, he was having some contact number, mobile number, but he has taken some other number and he wants to update that contact number in the database. So it was 9999. Now he has bought the new one, and the new number is 8888. Now don't you think that placement coordinator will now manipulate this number 888 with the previous number 999? That is called as a manipulation. That is called as manipulation. That is called as manipulation. Okay. Then the next one, suppose there is ABC student. Because of some reason, he wants to, he wants to take a dropout. That in that case, don't you think that in this database, ABC should be deleted? ABC should be deleted. Yes. That is called as a deletion of some data. That is called as a deletion of some data. Okay. What is addition? Suppose there is addition of some student. There is addition of some student. Previously there were 55. Now there is addition of one. Then it becomes 56. Then don't you think that there is addition of one more student which has to be done? Okay. So that is called as management. That is called as a management, where the data in the database, that is more important, because database kya hai? It's a collection of huge data in a particular hierarchy, or you can say in a particular attributes. And in that database, if you are managing that particular database, then it is called as a DBMS. But management is done by software. This is very important. Software tool. This is very important. How do you manage this data? By using the software tool. And using that software tool is nothing but DBMS, database management system. Then it is called as a database management system. Okay. There is other word also, that is RDBMS. That is relational database management system. Relational database management system. Actually, relational database management system is the subset of DBMS, because this DBMS is actually in the form of tables. अभी मैंने जो आपको tables बताया ना previously, ये जो table मैंने आपको बताया, which will have rows and columns, So in the relational database, relational means which are related with each other, तो DBMS से जो चीजें मुझे चाहिए वो मैं लूंगा और टेबल बनाऊंगा, then it becomes RDBMS. Okay, then it is called as relational database management system. But to manage this, you require a software tool. So software tool will help you to manage this huge data. क्योंकि ये तो ऐसा नहीं है कि data छोटा है. I am just giving an example of 55. There would be a data which will be more than 200, 300, 400. Then in that case, you have to manage by using the software tool. Okay, so try to understand that DBMS is a software tool used to manage the database. And the last word is about the management system. Now, management system is what? The management system as a whole will have different software tools to manage different database management system. So there would be different DBMS. And to manage all these DBMS, you require a system which is called as a management system. So this management system is at a broader level. तो ये level पे हम नहीं जाने वाले, but with this understanding, you should also know that management system is sitting at the top, which are managing different DBMS, Okay, so before I wind up, let me tell you that which are these different DBMS, and that will be understood properly in the syllabus of laboratory. Lab का जो syllabus है उसमें हम देखेंगे. Just see here, all of you. Yes. Yes, see here now. This is a syllabus for database management system laboratory, lab. See the subject code ECL-DL 06023. वहाँ पे था ECC. ये है ECL because it is associated with the lab. Okay. See here, suggested experiment list जो दिया है वो छोड़ दो, ये मैंने आपको बताऊंगा. See here, these are few examples of mini projects. Teachers may prepare their own list. These are the DBMS system. See, your DBMS is required in the library, in the hospital, in the pharmacy, in the HRD, in the student database. Ab student database management system, can I say this will come under the placement record? Student database management system, where you will be having the information related with the placement. Before placement, actually we have the student database in which there will be name, there will be roll number, there will be contact number, there will be email ID. That is a general database. That is called as student database. लेकिन अगर उसमें से मुझे कुछ लेना है, then it becomes an information and that can be utilized for the placement. So that is called as student database management system. Employee in the companies, inventory control. अभी inventory जहाँ पे बड़े inventories होते हैं, तो there we can have this database management system. Payroll, किसी employee का पैसे देना है, the salary, everything can be managed. That is called as a payroll management system. Why I am saying this? Because out of this you have to make one mini project. तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि database management system कहाँ पे use होती है. There are everywhere. Database management system is used everywhere. It is used everywhere. Okay. So payroll is there. There are more few here. See here, railway, airline, reservation system, blood donation system, school management system. Can I have one more where you can have the COVID-19 vaccination database system, where will you have a record which is linked with your Aadhaar card? Can I say that is also a huge database? Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I audible?
Hello, sir. Actually, in the new syllabus, we don't have DBMS practicals.
You don't have WMS practicals, but in the mini project, they may ask you because you will be having the mini project. Am I
No,
right?
sir, we don't have mini project also.
Mini project 2B.
Sir,
No,
new
no.
syllabus is 209
2019, sir.
2019.
Revised 2019.
Acha, you don't have the mini project also?
No, sir, I
Sir,
guess.
we have many project of FPGA.
Then that is true, but individual lab mini experiment don't you have?
No,
It is
sir.
not written in
In the new
syllabus.
syllabus, it is mentioned that these are just study cases to learn
Okay,
about DBMS. No such
okay, okay,
practicals are announced.
okay, okay. See, then at the end of this, this end of this completion of the syllabus, I would be asking you to at least give me the presentation on different management system. You can give me the presentation, or you can present your case study. Okay, so in that case also it is more helpful for you. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
your database management system is applicable everywhere. These are the areas where this database management system is mostly, or it is used everywhere. Okay, so these are the areas. Then yes, I was talking about management system. So this is the last word, just to give you understanding that management system comprises of different DBMS, which will control the whole organization or the whole institute. Let me give the last example. If you take an example of our college, we have student database, we have faculty database, we have non-teaching faculty database, we have inventory. आपकी जो labs में जो instruments आते हैं जाते हैं, for that we have inventory database, we have library database. So don't you think that there is a management system sitting and which is governing these different database management, DBMS? DBMS related with the library, DBMS related with the student, DBMS related with the faculty, DBMS related with the inventory, DBMS related with the payroll, जहाँ भी हमें हमारी सैलरी मिलती है. So everything is managed. Everything is managed by the management system. So I have given you an example of a college where you can correlate. So this management system is applicable for the huge organizations. Okay, it can be universities, it can be your college, it can be your big firms, companies. So this management system is applicable everywhere. Is it fine? Shall we stop for today?
Yes, sir.
Any question from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. Isha, I think Nitin sir will be taking, no, not Nitin sir. I think Priyanka would be taking your attendance. प्रियंका मैम आई थी क्या अटेंडेंस लेने?
हाँ सर, चैट बॉक्स में डाला है उन्होंने.
एक मिनट. Okay, fine. So she has taken the attendance. We will leave for today. We will meet in the next lecture. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can keep for the next. Okay. Otherwise, if you have any questions, you can ask me, and others can leave. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me,